Good. I think we're good. What's up? What's up, everybody? Appreciate we also host another session on Fridays around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Freestyle Friday session, totally improvised, unabridged bars, just whatever group on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We are running. What is good? What is Crystal? Trying to see if we can buy Crystal up. We're not having connectivity issues. I think we're good. Let's see. What's up? What's up? Uh-oh. Did it go through? There we go. What's going on?
Hey.
What's up? What's up? You doing all right?
I'm good. Yeah.
I was like, it's bright over there. I see the light.
Yeah, it's bright.
What's going on? What's
Well, I'm in Manhattan Beach, so I'm working two places. So one place is in Culver, and the other one will be in Manhattan Beach. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a preference out of the two?
Well, this one in Manhattan Beach is their pay is a little higher.
Oh, okay, for sure.
And I've been with opportunities for
yeah.
I ain't trying to break from that like that. So
right. No, that's what's up.
Yeah.
It was just getting slow over there.
Well, it fluctuates.
Yeah.
Then of course you have those that, in a sense.
Y'all get deposits though, right? Y'all take deposits?
When they call to book the appointment. So it's like
that's whack. That's whack.
Insurance. That's what most of them do. They do that. But it's just to hold the spot so they know that they're serious. Because most of the time, if you do not show, or let's just say it's your first time and you don't show,
yeah,
they're lenient and they'll just be like, okay, whatever, it's their first time, whatever. If you price because that was a waste of.
Yeah, but it's a waste of time. Whether it's the first time, whether it's the first time or not, it's still a waste of time. But all right.
It is a waste of time because shown up.
Right.
So now it's like therapists will have like this huge gap. Bad because you tend to do things while you have the downtime. Sometimes it's like that's the reason why a lot of these places do their debit cards. They don't charge the cards at all. They don't charge it, but it's just to hold that spot, and that way when they check out, they can use that same card to check out instead of just going through, getting the number, expiration date, not in 3-digit security code, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
everything will be on file.
So within like 24 hours or something like that, right?
I know, like some places, they do give you
Yeah.
like a 24-hour window, either minutes to
Yeah.
that could have been that room could have been taken regardless. But then again, it's like hotels and motels, they get booked 24 hours. It doesn't matter. A person can cancel like in a second, and then maybe like 30 seconds later, a minute later, it'll get booked like that fast.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
No, it's totally different. They are a and whatnot. So, or just to refreshing on something. So it's a learning joint. It's a learning place as well.
So you're learning there too.
It's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're learning there too.
That's interesting. How long you had your license?
It was a long time. It's been over like 20 some odd years.
Oh, so you've been in the business. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
I don't know why I thought.
Yeah, I've been in for a long time.
Just recently or something. You
I
know?
did for a long time, but I have met others been in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can get tiring, and normally that happens when you put too much of your energy into muscles instead of using my whole body weight. I had to like refreshing on certain things throughout, throughout my career.
That's interesting. It's like a whole science to it. It's like everything is. Everything's art and
Yeah,
science.
and it's like for a therapist, it's like body mechanics is everything, because you have the proper body mechanics, your career can last you forever.
Yeah.
So you always gotta, make sure your body's straight while you work, because it can break down if you ain't careful.
Is it as intensive as like exercise? Like, is it?
Most of it is like certain yoga poses, like you do like the horse stance and the archer or the warrior stance. You get a lot. If you do them correctly, you won't feel much of a strain on yourself either. So, but yeah.
That's interesting. That is interesting. So how's that book?
The next, I gotta work on the next chapter outline. What how I want the next chapter. So
Yeah.
I do outlines for each chapter. So I'm working on that right now.
How about reading? What are you reading right now?
Oh man, I started reading this webtoon comic book. It's called Lore Olympus. It's kind of funny, and it's cute and funny at the same time. But I like it because it's has all the Olympian characters. So I just read two. It's 6 volumes.
Yes, but I'm thinking like it's gonna be like a comic book or a strip or something like that.
About about this until I kept seeing it in Barnes and Noble. I was like, what is this? This was kind of weird. I never thought they would do a comic book like this or a graphic novel like this. You know, I mean, we all see different graphic novels of everything from all the popular animes to whatever. But this right here, I'm like, man, if they actually had a webtoon, I need to find out what the website is so I can see it. So,
what's a webtoon?
And see if it's like, I guess they do these comic strips, animations online. I remember they did one when Black Panther first came out, and for the life of me, I cannot find it no more. And I'm like, that is weird. That is so weird. But I think that's what that is. And I don't know how many are out there. Probably quite a few. Just need to, Google search. So, right, repeat that again.
Or like, are they the same thing? Like, what's the difference between a graphic novel and a webtoon?
The webtoon is like, it's literally on the web. It's you could just click a link and it's there. But
so it's also physical too. It's like both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So this is like a new read for me, and so far I like it because it shows a lot of the Olympians in a different light.
Yeah.
They're quite funny in this one. They don't act so cocky and everything, and they're quite modern in a sense. Like they do use cell phones and computers, so they're not like they follow with the time. They're
It reminds me of Teen Titans. Yeah. Like the Teen, like the anime.
Yeah.
It's bad.
No.
I don't know what to do. I thought it improved by now. Oh, though, it reminds me of Percy Jackson. Are you familiar?
Oh, I love Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you could say similar to that. Like if you ever read the I know a lot of people haven't read the books, but they've seen the movies, and there is an actual series on Disney Plus. So, but to see them dressed, modernly, but yet they still have some of their insignia symbols. Fashionable suits, beautiful dresses, hair, and all this other stuff. So they're through times, which I think. But yeah, they wear regular clothes like you and me. I know in
what's an example?
So Demeter is the mother of spring, the harvest, and all this other stuff. So she runs like bakery, flower shop, joints like that. And of course, then you have who else?
That's interesting.
Then you got other ones that goes to high school.
That's weird. I don't know. That's weird.
I mean, because they look like kids. So they look like teenagers. So it's like, okay.
how long do you
make
stay?
yourself
Like, I don't
too
know. That's weird.
known,
Yeah.
at least kind of fit in with the masses. You know, like you be 11 years old, and people gonna look at you like, oh, they have to.
Why they still look like that? But anyways, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
I mean, they don't age. They don't really age.
They just in high school forever.
Really to age, and if they do age, they age slowly to where it's like, yeah, they're completely old, but the physical features don't really show like that.
Have you read the books and seen the movies of Percy Jackson series?
Well, I haven't like started on the books just yet. I've seen the movies.
Okay.
I've seen both of them. But what's crazy is they only did 2, and there's more than 2 books. There's like 5 now that they just recently put out a new book. So continue the series. I mean, they did Harry Potter. They did the whole area. I mean, there's 7 of them, and they only did 3.
I didn't know. I forgot.
For me,
I guess I forgot they did more than one. And a lot of the times they try to pack multiple movies or multiple books in one movie. Like I just recently saw a series of unfortunate events, and those
that series they filmed all of them all together. So they're filming all the Lord of the Rings, so that way they
that's
could
a
keep
lot.
the characters the same age.
Oh.
So, because after a year, you're a year older, and that's going to throw the story off a little bit. So when they were filming Lord of the Rings, like, Elijah Wood and Sean Astin, they, they went through a rugged filming because they filmed all of that.
That's a lot. And even the Hobbit too. The Hobbit.
I don't know. I have not seen it. I watched the other ones. But I haven't sat down and watched the Hobbit yet. So I can't say I know if they're in that one. So I don't know. But yeah, they do that. Like quite a few movies been filmed at the same time. The Avatar movies, they filmed both. I think he filmed both.
They're like 10 years apart, though. It's like
the first one came out such like it did really well. It did super well, and then probably like a couple years later, that's when they did he got the green light to start production for the second one. So I know there's going to be one more or 2. If it was one more or 2 more.
2 is a lot.
Yeah. But, the second one was just I think it was better than the first one.
I hadn't seen the second one.
The second one?
I heard much about it.
Oh, man. The Way of the Water. It was called Avatar Way of the Water. That was pretty good. That was a really good one. The story of it was pretty good. It was really good, too. I liked the plot of the movie. So,
I think that was like kind of the thing back then.
Well, yeah, because the year that the version came out, yeah, they did. They had 3D, the IMAX, and all that jet experience and stuff like that. So Um, I don't remember what they did for the second one. I don't know if they did 3D or if they did. I don't know. Because I didn't go see it at the theater. I seen it when it came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I haven't even seen any of Percy Jackson films. I don't even remember reading the book. I think it was like in high school, like before, or maybe even junior high, before any of the films came out.
Mm-hmm.
Also reading, uh, there was a series called Gregor the Overlander by the same author as the Hunger Games, Suzanne Collins. Yeah.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Series, you know.
That she did was the Ballad of Song and Son. That's crazy. I didn't think she would make enough book, but she did. And it's weird because there's a lot of books I have not touched on. Like I never read that one or see what's another one. Oh, there's another series called was it Black Dagger Brotherhood. It's kind of new to me, but I hear a lot of people talk about it. So I'm like, and the author is by the name of J.R. Ward. So I like this about because everybody talks about how good the book is. So I have to go check it out.
I was really into that series, Gregor the Overlander, though. I was like, yeah, you check that out. Let me know what you think about that. It's really interesting. It's like this.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out.
This teenager, I don't know, he gets like trapped in like the underground, and like there's like some war going on against them all and everything. It's really interesting from what I remember.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me about the Codex Alaria series. This is by the author Jim Butcher, and something like that. What other series he wrote? But he wrote the Codex Alaria, so I want to check that out. Actually, I want to read all the Witcher stuff.
That sounds familiar.
It's a series on Netflix, but it's based on the books. They're based on the books, so there's like 3 or 4 rules on this show, so they look pretty interesting. The show is pretty good, it's a pretty interesting show too. But I want to read the book because I know there's a lot more details than the series allows it.
It reminds me of a couple of different things. For one, Ender's Game. Are you familiar with that?
The movie of it, but I never watched it. I haven't watched it.
There's like a series. I read one book though.
Yeah.
And then Dune. I hadn't seen the movie, but I just listened to the book.
So many books that it's like a whole series.
Yeah.
On Dune, and I remember when they first they did make a Dune movie back in the day. I can't remember the year, but yeah. I remember they did do a movie based on the books of Dune, and now that they kind of I don't know if I could say it's a reboot.
Yeah.
A reboot or it's a remake. But I know they just recently put out part 2.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they just part 2. So so shit like that is when they make movies like that, it makes people go out and really read the books. Right. And I know like the Game of Thrones, then the Dance with the Dragons, and all the rest of the series here.
Did you ever follow I think R.L. Stein. That's his name. R.L. Stein. Goosebumps. The Goosebumps books.
Who is it?
R.L.
Oh,
Stein.
the Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, there was quite a few I did
Yeah,
read. They were quite interesting. They've been around since I was real little. I was like,
long time ago.
And then they came up with the series, the Goosebumps series and stuff like that. So, and I thought it was pretty cool because I was like, this is a kid version of Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Tales of the Crypt. I haven't seen the second one. I've only.
It was more of the kid version of.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Tales from the Hood. Maybe that's a different. I'm thinking about Tales from the Hood. You seen Tales from the Hood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie was good.
I gotta go and watch the second.
The moment he was like, "I'm gonna get your little necklace." I had never heard of that before in my life, but that was hilarious. Too hilarious.
What's the? Oh, I'm thinking about the Boxcar Children. They're like a group of kid detectives. It's a whole series.
Oh, no, I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
And then there were.
I am.
It was a series. I forget the book, but in the book they had these characters called the Littles. They were actual people, but they had tails.
Oh, you mean the Littles?
Well,
the Littles?
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, it's not the Boxcar Children, but yeah, is that what it's called? The Littles?
Tom and Lucy Little.
Yeah, that sounds
my God.
I didn't know it was a show.
Yeah, they had a show. Yeah, they had a show. Straight
I did not
up.
know that.
That was like Garfield and Transformers, G.I. Joe, all those.
Tom and Jerry, Jetsons.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. And Batman. Johnny Quest and Batman.
Between Jetson, Tom and Jerry, Johnny Quest, Scooby-Doo. Those shows were practically between the 40s and the 60s.
Yeah. That Hanna-Barbera.
So they're quite actually. Hanna-Barbera, all those shows, they were between the 40s and the 60s. So basically, was watching them. They were up to their teenage years.
No, that's classic.
Yeah.
Now they put them on Boomerang.
Yeah. Oh, actors are old. Years old.
Yeah.
They're probably like the same age as
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Mickey is up there because Walt started.
Mickey Mouse is older than Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, because you think about it, Disney made first ever full feature. It was, and that was Snow White and the Seven. That was their very first.
Oh.
But their full.
Did you read? It's the same author as Holes. Louis, I forget how to pronounce his name. Louis Sakar. But he did Holes and Sideways Stories from I think it's Sideways Stories from Wayside School. And,
I didn't read those.
Okay. Yeah.
I will have to go on Audible or my iBooks to find it.
Yeah.
Because when you go or look in Amazon to see if they have any on print, because most bookstores they don't have everything. So I do look for like the classic stuff, like Robinson Crusoe.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Tom Sawyer.
Thompson. Great Expectations. That's like and Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
Oscar Wilde. He's the one that wrote Picture of Dorian Gray. And then of course you have East Fables and nursery tales. Grimm brothers, stuff like that. I try to find those types of things too.
Yeah.
So I do have a complete collection of Edgar Allan Poe's best stories. It's like this one big old book, but it has like all his stories in there. What other classic ones do I have? Oh, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I have that one.
That's in my queue. I have Leo Tolstoy in my queue. And
War and Peace?
Yeah. But it's like a lot of other books. It might be like his whole collection or something. It's like 200 hours long.
Yeah. I want to get that one because I always see it and I'm like, I wonder how good. I rarely see any reviews on the whole War and Peace book.
I see a lot of reviews on Amazon.
Yeah, but I'll have to check it out. Some of Shakespeare's stuff.
Yeah. I have Atlas Shrugged.
I love.
Is in my queue.
Much Ado About Nothing. Much Ado About Nothing.
I never heard of that.
So it's a Shakespeare play or book, you want to call it. What's another? Of course you have E.B. White, Charlotte's Web. Judy Blume with Super Fudge, and what's another one? I can't remember the other book. I was like growing up, I was a big Beverly Cleary fan. I loved the whole Ramona and Beezus, Ralph as Mouse or Mouse and the Motorcycle.
I don't know. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, those were like the classics when I was coming up. They were like the most made, but between that and of course Babysitter's Club, Sweet Outside.
I heard of that.
I'm seriously telling me. Oh my god. I'm so seriously telling me. That's a.
There were some other ones. Like Songbird books in here. It was like 50. It was well over 50 of them. But what about Dante's Inferno? So far as classics.
Which one?
Dante's Inferno.
Ooh, yeah. I want that one. I do not have that one.
Like the Divine Comedy.
Well, on Tubi they actually have a full feature anime called Dante's Inferno.
You seen it?
Huh?
You watched it?
I watched it, and let me tell you, it is not kid friendly. Do not have no children watch this. Please don't. Do not let your kids watch that, especially if.
Oh, anime?
I have Crunchyroll.
Huh?
I'm subscribed to Crunchyroll. So yeah, a lot of stuff that I missed.
I don't know. I think I want to get into it, but there's like
Start off with one. That's all you need to do. Just one.
I was
And
into
then
Death Note a little bit. Yeah, I thought that was
well,
interesting.
Death Note's not bad. It wasn't that bad. But what you can do is, you know, you can always check out a trailer
Yeah.
for one that you feel like you want to check out. Just, you know, YouTube an official trailer, and if it does kind of piques your interest, then just like watch one episode.
I heard like One Piece
You know,
is like the peak anime experience. Like,
well, yeah, because they actually did a live action One Piece movie.
yeah, I saw it a couple years ago. I think
Well,
during the
I kind
pandemic.
of watched the Simpsons version.
You said The Simpsons?
I was like trying to catch up on the Simpsons. Yeah, they actually did a Death Note episode.
Huh.
It was crazy, and I think it was like part of the Halloween special that they do every year.
Yeah.
So I think that was part of the Halloween special, but they actually touched on Death Note, and I was like, oh, I dug it. It was pretty cool. Now they're in season 34,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, it's a shame that a cartoon can outlast a regular prime time live action
Maybe not.
TV show.
You know, it's like characters, people get old and everything like that. Cartoons are immortal. You know, I read a stat years ago saying the Simpsons have never been on air. Oh, some people haven't been alive as long as the Simpsons been on air, and I fall under the category. You know, like I haven't been alive longer than the Simpsons have been
if you really
running.
think about it, look, I came across the Simpsons when I started watching the Tracy Ullman show. And
You think it's not in '87, right?
like mid to late 80s, and then I think into the 90s, that's when they actually start doing the Simpsons show. And I tell you, I never laughed so hard in my life for I mean, now that, because that's the only show I would watch. Stupid. It was like, I didn't care for like shows like Beavis and Butthead, because I'm like, you got two cracked out stupid dudes that make you lose IQ points just watching this stupid stuff. But with the Simpsons, it's like you're seeing the typical American family going through a lot of different stuff. You know, they go through financial hardships, or they're going through marital problems, kids acting up, all this other stuff. They go through all stuff like a typical American family. So it pretty much can be relatable.
Yeah.
And then when they start getting to the predicting of stuff, they did a lot of stuff through the. So it's like when you wanted until now.
You watch King of the Hill?
Oh, I love King of the Hill. That was fun. But I always loved Boomhauer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. I couldn't understand where he was from.
I know people in my family that actually talk like that. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Now the two. I mean, I got into Family Guy just a little bit. I didn't watch it. I would catch some shows, some episodes, but I wasn't like faithful with it. Same thing with American Dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it's like when I was watching, I'm sitting up here but you know, gut.
It's like uncomfortable laughter for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you'll get maybe a good ha-ha. That's it.
Yeah.
Are they seriously putting this stuff on TV? Wow. Okay. And then all these other different shows. I'm like, what is this? Ooh, what is this? What is wrong with these people now?
Rick and Morty?
That should I have not gotten into it, even though a lot of people have like stuff to say about it. But I'm like, okay, I want to sit down and watch it one episode just to see what everybody's talking about. Same thing with Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
I never sat down and watched Robot Chicken.
No, Robot Chicken is really good, actually. Yeah, I'll vouch for Robot Chicken. Yeah, it's kind of a hit or a miss, you know, with some episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll vouch for Robot Chicken, though.
Yeah, so, I mean, there was a lot of shows that, you know, that was on Adult Swim that I would, Adult Swim had a good run with some things. And, like, even now, like, right, episode, I was like, I never sat down and watched it either. I always see it on, like, my streaming and services and stuff like that. I'm like, what is this show is about? I never, like, really read the details on what the show is about. So maybe probably like tomorrow, after I do try to catch one episode of Archer, just see if I like it or not. I know it's probably old. That's an old show too. I don't even remember when.
About 10 years, at least. Yeah.
Huh?
At least 10 years.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow, yeah. And then I was like tripping out because, you know, I still have my Disney Plus, and now a lot of the Hulu shows are being added into Disney Plus. So a lot of their animes are on Disney Plus, and I think some other shows too. I know they have a lot of the Adult Swim stuff. I know they carry Family Guy. They do carry American Dad as well, and all the other cartoons. And I know they probably do have Robot Chicken there, I think. Because I used to have Max streaming, and they had all that stuff on there too. So.
I really liked Robot Chicken. Reminds me of like Mad TV, where it's not like a storyline. It's like a whole bunch of like skits, like crazy stuff, but you know, so yeah, so it's like the extreme Mad TV for me, I think, you know. So yeah, that's why I like it a lot. Robot Chicken was cool. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. Then yeah, Dragon Ball Z, of course.
I'm rewatching that one on Crunchyroll. So between that and what's that? Naruto.
Oh yeah, I couldn't get into Naruto. I don't know.
Well, I just started watching the first episode, and I mean it's cool so far. But I do want to get into. I think after I finish those, then I'll start watching probably like Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
What is it? Titan or something like that.
Channel?
Huh?
You said Crunchyroll. It sounds familiar.
$9.99.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, for sure.
It's like 24-hour. Like even like on my TV, I get like a station where it's just like 24/7 anime.
But you get to like pick and choose, or is it like a channel?
It's a channel.
Oh, okay.
It's a channel, and they'll play stuff probably Death Note, or other ones. You know, it varies day to day.
Yeah. Man, there's so much stuff out there.
Yeah.
It's like, what's new? You know, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. The songwriting competition and, writing as I can, at least within these 2 months.
Yeah.
You know.
It.
Likewise, keep me updated about that book. I want to be in the know.
I definitely will.
Keep me posted, for sure.
I definitely will do that.
For sure, for sure. Well, until next time, if I don't see you next week.
Till next time.
Thanks again.
Same back time.
Same channel. You already know. Stay up. Peace. All the way up. Eyes to the sky.